Hello friends, welcome to bsptrainings.com. My name is Sumit and this is my new video in Salesforce development. In my previous video, I demonstrate you how to open a pop-up box by using scripting and by using action support. In this video, I will be going to demonstrate you how to open a pop-up box by using JavaScript and Apex programming on a Visual Force page. So let me show you my business requirement. That's my business requirement, that whenever I run a Visual Force page, that Visual Force page will provide one button named as show screen, labeled as show screen. And when I click on that show screen button, a pop-up will open. And in this pop-up, there will be a label and a comment. And if any one of is missing, the message will not saved. And once you provide both the label and as well as the comment and click on OK button, this pop-up message will be stored. So this kind of scenario can be used to add some additional comment related with a record if we want to add some additional comments with a record. So this kind of example can be used in such a scenario. So let's have a look how we can develop this kind of functionality in our program. So first of all, we'll be going to load Salesforce. I'm going to open Salesforce, and within Salesforce, first I'm going to create one Visual Force page. So I create one Visual Force page. I'm going to use the URL method of creating a Visual Force page. So I create apex slash sample popup page. So I create this page. And then I remove all the existing text which are available. Let's start customization. So first of all, I assign one ID to this page, name as PG. Then I add a controller here. Controller. I'm using controller because I would like to implement my custom functionality. So pop-up screen controller. Then apex colon form, because I'm going to use button. So ID is equal to FRM. Within this form, I'm going to create apex colon page block, and I set the title to this page block as pop-up example and assign one ID is equal to page block. Within this page block, I add one section for messages. So apex colon page messages. This will display any error message appear. So ID is equal to MSG. Error message, or if any message we need to display, we want to display, so we can use this section to display the messages. Then I'm going to create one apex colon command button. Value is equal to show. Value is equal to show, and on click. So on click, I'm going to call one JavaScript function. So I specify one JavaScript function name, which I'm going to create in scripting code on. Then, and once it is completed, so on complete, refresh. So it will refresh the application. Then I create script slash script. Okay, so we are getting one error message. It means something is missing. So on click, open pop-up, and so I missed this exclamation double quote sign, so that's why you can see the text is something different. So I add this double quote sign here. Now it's working fine. Script slash script, and the type of this script will be, I set type is equal to text slash JavaScript. Here I create a variable where pop-up box where str reason where str comment. Pop-up box is equal to new simple dialog. It will create a simple dialog, test and set as false. Then pop-up box dot create dialog. It will call the function dialog function. I'm going to create one function here, function open pop-up function. So basically this function we are going to call, so open pop-up function, this function we are going to define here, open pop-up function, and within this function we'll be going to call the dialog. So I write pop-up box dot set title pop-up example. Pop-up box dot import content node document dot get element by id, and double quotes. In this double quotes I break curly braces and dollar component dot pop-up box. Then pop-up box dot show. So it will show the pop-up box. After this, when the pop-up function will be called, I create few more functions like function call reason, and in this I pass one parameter str reason is equal to reason. Then I'm going to create one more function, function call comment, cmnt str comment is equal to cmnt. Finally, I'll create one more function, check reason, that was the reason. So to check the reason, I'll check here that if str reason dot length greater than 0 and str comment dot length greater than 0, then it will submit standard pop-up rejected dot str comment comma str reason, and it will hide the pop-up box. So I just hide it, pop-up box dot hide, else it will show the alert, please select reason or enter comment. So this will validate if the field is blank or not. So if the reason or the comment, any one of them is blank, it will display alert message, please select reason or comment, else it will hide the pop-up box. So this will execute and it will hide the pop-up box. So finally, after script, we are going to add the output panel to display some messages, and also I display apex colon output panel, and I set as style is equal to display none. I again create one more output panel, apex colon output panel. ID is equal to pop-up box. Basically, we are creating one ID. We are creating a pop-up box which will be going to display. Then reason and NBSP. This is for space. So if the error is there, so what's the reason? So I copy this, paste 4 times /B. Then I create apex colon input text ID is equal to reason, value is equal to txt reason. On change, let's write it again. On change, it should be in small. On change, it will call reason, so call reason, and it will pass the parameter to it, this dot value. So basically this will call reason function, and this function takes one parameter, so this value will be passing to that function call value. And I set the style is equal to width 100%, and then I add dr. So basically I'm going to add 2 breaks dr. Then for comments, so again I start a block b/b, and here I write comments. Then apex colon, so I write here apex colon input text ID is equal to comment, value is equal to text comment. On change, it will call the comment. On blur, it will again call comment. Style is equal to height 100px and width 100px. And then we have a button here. This is for OK button. We need to add a cancel button as well. So you can see here I have added one OK button and one cancel button. So OK button, it will check the reason, and cancel button, it will hide the pop-up. Then action function, I'll specify action function submit standard pop-up, and this will call the action submit standard pop-up. So this submit standard pop-up function, basically it will call the default action. This will submit standard pop-up, this will call this action, and then it will re-render MSG. So this will render the message screen. So that this will re-render MSG section. So the message section will refresh. Then I set 3 parameters: status, comment, and reason. Now when I saved it, it will throw an error message that the class does not exist. The controller class does not exist. So I'm going to create that controller class named as popup screen controller. And in this popup screen controller, I will be going to implement the custom logic. So I'll load that class, and in this class I'm going to create, or I'm going to write my custom logic. So first of all, I create a string here, public, new variable named is string variable, text, reason, and get and set property. Same for comments, public, string, text, comment, get and set property. Then I'm going to create one function named as popup screen controller, popup screen controller. Popup screen controller, and in this text I set the values text, reason is equal to, so basically it's a constructor, and text, comment is equal to blank. So I set the blank value. Then I create one function with null return type, and the function name is public void submit standard popup. That's the function name which we define in Visual Force page, and this will call string status well is equal to apex pages dot current page dot get parameters dot get status. So it will return status. Similar way, I want the reason and the comment value. So I'll copy this and store into reason value and comment value. So I store it two times, and this one is status well. So instead of status well, this one be reason well, and this one be comment well. And then instead of status, get status reason, and this one be comment. And then I'm going to validate it that if reason well not equal to null, if it is not blank, and reason well dot trim dot length greater than 0, and it's in double quotes, and then same for reason well, I'll go for comment well. I'll copy this, paste it, and this one be comment well, and this one also comment well dot trim length greater than 0. Then it will be going to add a message that your message added successfully, or simply record save. So apex pages dot add message new apex pages dot message apex pages dot info. It's a kind of an info type, and the message will be record saved. So that's all. Let's test it. So in order to test it, I will save it, and let's have a look if there is any error. So if there is no error, the class will be created and Visual Force page will be saved successfully. And let's test it. So for testing it, I'm going to click on this button, show screen button, and according to the scenario, it will load a pop-up page. And if you do not specify reason or comment, if I'll say reason is there, let's say issue with record, but there is no comment, or if I cancel this, it will do nothing. Or if I'll say reason is there but there is no sorry, if I'll add a comment, issue with my record, and click on OK. So see, I got an error message, please select reason or enter comment. So we need to specify reason here, issue, and once I click on OK, I got a message record saved. So it is just for information, record has been saved. We are not storing the record somewhere else. I'm just displaying the message here. But in real time, we can store the records in our data set. We can create a new object name as error issue, issues raised by the client, issues raised by the customer, and then we can save the record, save the issues which are raised by the customer, which are passed through the comments. We can store them into an object. So that's how we can create a pop-up dialog box. We can get the inputs from the user as a comments and reasons by using a pop-up dialog box using JavaScript and Apex classes without using CSS style sheets. So that's all in this video. If you have any queries, you can write to us on www.bsptrainings.com. You can subscribe our YouTube channel if you want to know more about from us. Keep watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.